Hello everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about a critical theme in the world of innovation, entrepreneurship, and design thinking, which is problem identification and opportunity discovery. This topic may sound simple, but it is actually one of the most important foundations behind every successful idea, product, or service. 1. What is problem identification? Let's begin with problem identification. This refers to the process of deeply understanding an issue that affects a person, a group of people, a system, or a process. It's not just about seeing that something isn't working, but about identifying the true cause behind the symptoms we observe. For example, let's say there is a drop in student performance in a certain school. A superficial look might blame the student's laziness. But through good problem identification, we might discover deeper causes, like a lack of motivation due to outdated teaching methods, poor access to learning resources, or even issues at home. This stage often involves observations, interviews, user feedback, data collection, and analysis. The goal is to define the problem clearly, specifically, and based on real needs, not just assumptions. 2. Why does problem identification matter? You may have heard the phrase, "A problem well stated is a problem half solved." That's because if we can identify the real problem clearly, the solution becomes much easier to find and more accurate. Many startups fail not because their ideas are bad, but because they are solving problems that don't really exist or are not urgent to the target market. If we skip the step of proper problem identification, we risk spending time and resources building something people don't want or need. So, whether you're building an app, designing a business model, or creating a community program, always start with a deep understanding of the real issue. 3. What is opportunity discovery? Now, let's move on to opportunity discovery. This refers to the process of identifying potential for innovation, improvement, or new value, often based on problems we've uncovered. Opportunity discovery requires a mindset that sees challenges not as obstacles, but as doors to new ideas. This is what separates a problem thinker from a problem solver. Let's take another example. Suppose we find that people in a certain area often miss doctor appointments because they forget. That's the problem. But the opportunity? Maybe it's a chance to build a mobile reminder app. Or maybe the solution is even more creative, like partnering with local stores to offer appointment alerts with purchases. The point is, opportunities emerge when we ask the right questions, such as, what unmet needs are there? What can be improved or simplified? What frustrations can be turned into value? For real-world example, let's look at a real-world case, Airbnb. Before Airbnb, the problem was clear: travelers often couldn't find affordable, flexible lodging options in big cities. Meanwhile, many people had spare rooms or homes they weren't using. Airbnb identified this gap and turned it into an opportunity, building a platform that connects travelers with hosts, creating value for both sides. Today, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, all because they identified a problem that people truly faced and discovered an opportunity others ignored. 5. The link between both problem identification and opportunity discovery are like two sides of the same coin. You cannot separate one from the other. A well-identified problem naturally points toward potential opportunities, and opportunities usually begin with a pain point or unmet need. Great innovators, entrepreneurs, and leaders are those who train themselves to listen, observe, and analyze. They don't rush to offer solutions, they invest time to really understand what matters to people. 6. Final thoughts. Building the right mindset in the 21st century. The ability to identify problems and discover opportunities is more important than ever. In a world that's constantly changing, whether due to technology, environment, or social needs, we need people who can adapt, respond, and create. Whether you're a student, a designer, a developer, or an aspiring entrepreneur, these skills are not optional, they are essential. Start by being curious. Question the world around you. Ask why things are the way they are. Look for patterns, pain points, and untapped potential. When you find a problem, don't stop there, ask, is there an opportunity here to make something better? Because at the heart of every great solution, there is a well-understood problem, and at the core of every innovation, there is a discovered opportunity. Thank you for your attention. I hope this explanation gives you new insight into how important it is to identify real problems and discover meaningful opportunities.